I've worked the night shift at a small gas station for years now. 90% of my nights are uneventful, boring, quiet, and predictable. But the night I'm about to tell you about is the reason I still avoid late shift. It was a Thursday. Cold, unusually silent, even for our highway. The kind of night where every noise feels louder than it should. Around 1:30 a.m., a black sedan pulled in slowly to pump 3. No headlights. No music. Not even the metallic click of a door opening. Just stillness. At first, I thought the driver might be asleep. But then I saw it. A faint silhouette in the driver's seat, sitting perfectly upright. No movement, no shifting, like a mannequin placed behind the wheel. I pressed the intercom. Pump 3, you can prepay inside. Silence. I waited another minute before I stood up and leaned forward to get a better look outside the glass. The figure suddenly moved. A slow, unnatural shift of the head toward my window. I jumped back a little and pretended I wasn't watching. Finally, the car door opened. A tall man stepped out, long strides, head low, jacket soaked like he'd been walking through wet grass or muddy field. He pushed open the station door and stepped inside without blinking. "Evening," I said, forcing a smile. He didn't respond. He looked around, slowly, like he was memorizing every corner of the store. Then he asked, "You work alone tonight?" My stomach tightened instantly. I lied without thinking. "No, my manager's in the back. He doesn't talk much." The man looked toward the hallway leading to the back office. He didn't smile, but something in his expression told me he didn't believe me. He wandered through the aisles with no intention to buy anything. He didn't touch snacks. He didn't pick up a drink, occasionally glancing at the cameras. Occasionally glancing at me. Then, while pretending to browse, he asked, "Does anyone else come in this late?" My fingers tightened around the register counter. "Yeah," I lied again. "We're actually getting a restock soon." He nodded slowly. Then he whispered, barely loud enough to hear, "You should really lock your doors at night." I reached for the store phone and dialed the non-emergency police line. "Yeah, officer," I said loudly. "I have a customer acting suspicious. Could you send someone?" The man froze. He stared at me for a long moment, and then walked out of the store without a word. I watched him sit in his car, engine off, lights off, not moving, like he was waiting. 15 minutes later, police lights flashed across the pump. But by the time the patrol car reached pump 3, the black sedan was gone. Days later, we got an email from police. They had found the same sedan abandoned in a service ditch. Inside they recovered duct tape, zip ties, and clothing with dark biological stains. The final line of the email still makes my skin crawl. "We believe the driver was actively searching for someone isolated." After that night, I stopped looking out the windows when a car pulls up late. And I still don't know whether he left because of the police, or because he realized I wasn't the easiest target. This one didn't happen to me. It happened to my friend Aaron, who worked at a bigger station 20 minutes away. Aaron worked the graveyard shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. He told me that night felt wrong from the moment he clocked in. No wind, no cars, no noise, just a heavy stillness in the air. Around 3:05 a.m., a silver hatchback pulled up to pump 1. The car stopped perfectly aligned, almost too perfectly. But the driver didn't get out. Aaron waited. Nothing. He tapped the intercom. "Pump 1. You okay?" Still nothing. Through the glass, Aaron saw the man sitting inside. Head lowered. Hands on the steering wheel. Frozen. Aaron stepped outside slowly. The moment he got within 10 feet, the man's head lifted. Not fast. Not naturally. Slow. Deliberate. Like someone raising a mask. But Aaron still couldn't see the man's face. The hood cast a shadow deep enough to hide everything except the outline of a chin. "You all right?" Aaron asked. The man raised an old loyalty card, one that had been discontinued years earlier. "We don't take those anymore," Aaron said carefully. The man didn't react. Then he asked, "Are you working alone?" Every alarm bell in Aaron's body went off. He lied instantly. "No. My supervisor's inside." The man didn't move. Didn't blink. Then said, "You shouldn't lie." Aaron stepped back a little. Something about the tone, flat, calm, emotionless, made every instinct scream run. The man slowly put the loyalty card down, reached for the gear shift, and rolled the car forward. Not away. Forward, toward the glass doors. He parked directly in front of the entrance. Engine on. Lights off. Aaron ran inside and locked the door. 10 minutes passed. The car didn't move. Eventually, he called the police. While he was on the phone, his eyes flicked to the monitor, and his blood ran cold. The driver's seat was empty. The car was still running. No door had opened. No door had closed. No one was on camera. When police arrived, they searched the vehicle. Glove box empty. No wallet. No phone. No ID. Just the same loyalty card. And a jacket crumpled in the back seat. They towed the car. A week later, police called Aaron back. They said the car belonged to a man who went missing 2 months earlier. His last known location? A gas station. At 3 a.m. Caught on camera sitting motionless at the pump. Then he vanished without ever opening his car door. No one knows who was driving the car that night. Not the original owner. Not anyone registered to him. Just someone. Someone who didn't want to be seen. After too many weird incidents, our gas station finally changed closing time from 24/7 to 2 a.m. This story happened a few weeks after the new schedule. At 1:45 a.m., with only 15 minutes left before closing, the store was empty. Or so I thought. Earlier that night a man had come in. Exhausted looking, heavy clothes, restless eyes. He bought coffee, used the restroom, and walked back out. I figured that was the last I'd see of him. While counting the register money, a loud knock hit the glass door. He was standing there again. "Sorry," he said. "Just need the bathroom again." I let him in. He walked to the back and disappeared. No sound of a door opening. No footstep. No flushing. Nothing. I checked the hallway camera. Empty. I called out, "Sir? You okay back there?" Silence. I took one cautious step toward the hallway and heard a soft creak behind me. He was standing in the middle of the aisle I had just walked through. Silent. Hands in pockets. Blocking my path back to the front door. "I thought you said someone else was working with you," he whispered. My voice cracked as I lied. "My manager's in the office." He smiled. "That room's empty." My blood froze. I backed toward the counter. He reached into his pocket. I almost ducked. But he only pulled out a car key. "I'll wait outside," he said softly. "For when you close." He left. But instead of parking in front of the store, he moved his truck to the blind spot where cameras couldn't reach. I wasn't walking out alone. I called my brother. "Get here now." 15 minutes later, he arrived with his hazards flashing. As I locked the store, all the interior lights turned off at once. I ran to the car. As we drove off, the blue pickup's headlights snapped on. Not moving. Just watching. The next morning, the day manager found deep scratches on the back door. Fresh marks. Like someone had tried multiple tools to pry it open. Footprints led from the door straight to where the truck had been. I never worked a night shift again. Even now, every time I pass a closed gas station at night, I check for a parked truck, engine off, lights off, waiting for someone alone.